And another thing, Chad, that I like to press upon our home buyers is the fact of using a local Georgia real estate specific mortgage lender versus someone that's in a different state, in a different time zone, in a different area. Could you just touch on a little bit more about that, as like the importance of using someone in basically a neighbor like you?
Yeah, so that's a real important piece of the puzzle that a lot of folks they don't understand. So there's mortgage companies out there that focus on purchase business. There's mortgage companies that focus on refinances. There's mortgage companies that are more tailored to working with local real estate agents. There's mortgage companies that are more tailored towards marketing directly to the masses, like nationally. What you want if you're buying local real estate, you want to find a mortgage company that has local roots and is tied to those local real estate agents, and their goal is really purchase business. There's a whole lot of reasons why this is important, but a few that I want to point out. Purchases and refinances are just different. There's different timelines. There's different sense of urgencies. There's different contingencies and contracts that don't exist on refis that a lot of your internet mortgage companies don't even understand. It's just different language. Now, the contracts themselves are something that are completely different. Every state has different purchase contracts based upon whatever their realtor association uses. And so you get a mortgage lender out of Idaho or Kansas or New York, and you're buying a house in Georgia, they may not even be familiar with your purchase contract. The other thing, and a lot of people don't get this, is specifically if you're referred by an agent to a mortgage company or a mortgage loan officer, that mortgage loan officer, not only do they have a fiduciary responsibility to you as a buyer, right, which is really important. They don't want to let you down. They also don't want to let that agent down, because a lot of times that agent might be referring a lot of business. And so by using somebody your agent refers, it gives you another leverage point, right? A national mortgage company, an internet mortgage company, they very well may be willing to dodge you if they don't have good news or they don't know the answer or something. Whereas a local loan officer, A, they're probably not going to dodge the buyer, but B, they're definitely not going to dodge that agent if that agent starts texting and calling, because they know they've got to provide answers. And so it's just a completely different level of service. And I think it's one of the most important things that somebody can choose up front is a local mortgage company. And so, we're local here in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm always happy to help, but it doesn't have to be us. There's a handful of other really good local mortgage companies too, but it's a super important piece of the puzzle.
Right. And I can speak a little bit more on that too, as I recently had a buyer who refused to use a local Georgia lender, and their actual lender was in Arizona, and the people that they were working for were in California. I didn't understand the whole concept of it. However, the time zones were different. So we actually had to had a lot of stress, and we had to postpone closing a few times just because, we didn't have that connection where I could just text or call or go see Chad because he's right down the road. It was like I had to wait until they woke up. I had to wait until their 10 a.m. in order to get in contact with them, and then they couldn't do anything until our business day was over. So it was just one of those situations that, like, it's really good to have somebody who you can touch, or you can who's very local, and that's such a great service to have.